can kind of relate to Martha. She sees all of these people coming in, and especially Jesus. And even if she didn't realize that he was the Messiah, the Christ, he was still pretty famous at the time. And he comes to their house, and she wants everything to be perfect. So she's rushing around, and she's getting the bread ready, and she's getting the meat ready, and she's getting the vegetables ready, and making sure that everything's clean and all the places are set and everything. And she looks and she sees her sister Mary sitting there at the feet of Jesus, just hanging on his every word. She says, Lord, tell her to give me a hand. Oh, look at all the work I have to do. Everything's not going to get done. And Jesus says, Martha, Martha, there are many things to be done. But Mary has chosen the better part, to sit and listen. Our world is filled with so much chaos, so much screaming, so much noise, so much music. You hear people going by with their cars and the windows are shaking from the noise inside the car. You get on a street corner and you hear the noise of the cars going by and people beeping horns because they're in a hurry and all this stuff. How often do we have silence in our lives? And in the process of making sure that there's always noise going, whether we're doing homework and we have the headphones going and the computer in the front and the TV in the back, yeah, we can multitask, but are we paying attention to what we're doing? Are we paying attention to one another more than anything else? Are we paying attention to God? Listening is a gift. My mother had that gift. She was just amazing. She had people call her all the time. I'll never forget her aunts, who if they were alive would be over 100 right now. Leni Dunt and Beppy Dunt and Rosie Dunt. Dunt was German for aunt. They would call her and talk to her for an hour on the phone in German, and she would answer them in English. And other people would call and tell my mother all about their problems and their worries and everything, and she would just listen, and they felt better. There's an old saying that happiness that's shared is increased. When you tell someone you're really excited because you just got an A on your test, or you tell someone that you just finished this project and it was wonderful, or you just did this artwork and look how nice it turned out. They get excited, you get excited, you get more excited, they get more excited. And the same thing with grief, but in the opposite way. When grief is shared, when stress is shared, it's lowered somehow. When you know that someone else out there understands what you're going through, whether you're going through a sickness like cancer, and you're worried about everything, whether you're going through trouble in a marriage, whether you're going through being bullied at school, just knowing that someone else, even if they can't do anything about it, knows what's going on, helps somehow. When someone dies, some of the greatest things you can do for that person is listen to them. Listen to their pain. Listen to their heartache. Listen to the stories they tell about when they were little and all the excitement they had at Christmas time with their father or their grandmother. I had a friend whose boyfriend broke up with her, and she was just crushed. And her girlfriend would call her up, and she would talk for an hour about this boy that broke her heart. And then she'd call her up again the next day, and she'd do the same thing. And this went on for weeks and weeks. And finally, the girl who was talking, the girl who had lost her boyfriend, said to her friend, "I can't believe that you listen to me like this. I just keep talking on and on, saying the same things over and over again." And she said, "I know, but I listen with my heart, and every time I hear your story and I hear a little bit less pain in it, I know you're getting better. And so if all I can do is listen, then that's my gift to you." Our gift to God is to listen to Him. How often do we go downstairs in an empty church or in the chapel or here, in the presence of Christ in the tabernacle. Just sit and listen. Not pouring out a million prayers. Like, help me with this, help me with that. God, oh God, help me with this, help me with that. It'd be great, God, if you could do this for me. But to just sit and listen and wait for God to speak.